Hello, how are we all? Oh, hello? Yes, that should be working now. Hello, how are we all? Are we good? I'm just putting the link to the stream on my Instagram. There we go. Done. How have we all been? Have we been good? Have we been bad? It's been... How long has it been? It's probably been like a month since the last live, which is far too long. Far, far too long. Sorry, I'm just adjusting the light so that it's more central. A little bit more central. How's that? Ah, it's been too long. What have we all been up to? I mean, this is sort of a last minute thing. I decided I didn't have enough busyness, enough going on in my life. So I thought, hey, why not spend an evening talking to you guys? Because I love you all. Genuinely, legitimately. You are all amazing. And there's been Watch News. It's been actually quite a busy little period for Watch News. Probably the busiest period since Watches and Wonders, which is lovely. It's really good. We like that. For example, the Rail Master. That's a bloody cool watch. It was leaked, and we will be talking about it, but we'll be talking about it very late. Probably Monday. We'll have a video out about it, which is too long. Because you would have already watched videos about it, and it doesn't really. And it's old news, but we want to talk about it, and we haven't had the time to talk about it until Monday. But I'm sat here. I've got a bunch of watches from videos that we haven't done yet. For example, the one I'm wearing, it's a Bulble, or I don't know how it's pronounced. I'm so sorry. Bulble. I'm really gonna have to read into that before we film the video. It's a very, very important thing, that. But yeah, let's get the chat going. I'm gonna bring up a... Oh, that's not good. I just didn't set this up at all before I actually started the chat going. So I'm gonna window capture. There we go. Window. Oh gosh. There we go. Oh, what's occurring? There we go. Now you can see it. So the Rail Master. I mean, why don't we just chat about it, given that it's probably the newest thing. The newest little novelty. It's what a lot of people have been talking about the last few days. So what do we think? Do we love it? Do we hate it? I mean, I think the price is quite good. That is one fucking hell of a reference number. I'll be honest, don't know how people remembered it reference numbers. No clue. Because 235.1's... Okay, a 235, 10, 38, 20, 06, 001. That's one hell of a reference number. That is a long reference number. Hey, Chris, how's it crack-a-lacking? How is it going? Hope you're doing well. Oh, I just flibbled. Is that word? I just flibbled my keyboard. But how are you doing, Chris? It's been a mental week. I hope yours hasn't been as mental as mine has. But yeah, oh, I'm just gonna change the chat box. You like the Railmaster? Honestly, so do I. It's just nice, right? Hello, Graham. How is it going? Yeah, it's just nice. It's a nice new sort of entry level to their sportier watches. I mean, it's just over $5,000. How much is it? So the three-hander is $5,400. Right, let's see what that is in civilized money. AKA British pounds. So that's the old one. That's the new one. I don't know about you guys. I really like the flat links of the old one. But hey, and also, why did they swap the arrow from the hour hand to the minute hand? Why did they swap the arrow? Naughty! I like the arrow on the old one, on the hour hand. I suppose that's more of a Seamaster Heritage look, though. Like, it's very much a heritage look. And I guess they need to give you a reason to buy their heritage watches. I don't know. But come on, where's the link? Okay, £5,200 for the three-hand grey on the steel. That is actually not bad. I quite like that. What's this? Yeah, see, that's the heritage one. Yeah. And that's why they didn't put the... That's why they swapped the arrow around. And they gave this the flat links and stuff. Because they need to give you a reason to spend an extra £1,900. Which is annoying. But this is really, really nice. Magnus! Magnus is here. How's it going? This stream is slightly dead at the moment. You like the grey on a better leather strap, which needs to deploy and clasp. The tight gets. Yeah, I mean, they do have a habit of putting their watches on pin and buckle. Especially their sports watches. They've got a habit of putting them on pin and buckle leather. Which, yeah, deployant would be better. The small seconds, Magnus, you are absolutely right. The small seconds is lovely. But isn't it like an extra £400 as well? They do like charging more for the small seconds. Extra 500. So 5,700 for the small seconds. I would be shooketh if they didn't do more colours moving forwards. I'm not a huge fan of the brown. But seeing that it isn't a watered down... It should be a rectangular watch. Why should it be rectangular? I'm just trying to get to grips with that. Why rectangular? Oh, what's... Oh, yeah, the logo is... I'm not disagreeing with you at all, Mark. I'm just trying to get to grips with the thinking. And also, now that you've mentioned it, Magnus, the Omega logo is really big. It's really big. And yeah, you're right. The proportions, everything should be rectangular. Honestly, I can't even disagree with that. I mean, there are some bangers. Or banger... What am I trying to say? There are some banging, there we go, rectangular watches out there. Like today, I was in Stratford upon Avon, went into Pragnell's, and I tried on the Reverso. Won't be getting one this decade or the next, because money. But rectangular, stunning, love, need. They're far too expensive. Some great ones coming out too. You're goddamn right there are, Magnus. Yeah, because guys, Magnus and I am committing to this, Magnus and I, we're going to be going live, aren't we? We're going to be... Oh, are we going to do it live? I think we should film it. Let's not do it live. Let's just film it. Unless you want to do it live. I haven't really... I really should have worked it out before I said anything. What do you want to do, Magnus? Tell me. But yeah, Railmaster... I like the fact it's not watered down in terms of spec. It's a nice size, 38mm. It's still got 150 meters water resistance. I mean, it's a 19mm lug width. That's annoying. You have no built-in censorship, so I'd prefer not live. Okay, doesn't have to be live. That's fine then. Decided. Yeah, there's a reason why our our interview series is going to be called Watch Your Words. Because I also have no inbuilt censorship, and it's actually a big risk me going live like this, because anything can happen. Anything can happen. Also, have you guys seen what I'm wearing? I'll show you what I'm wearing. I am wearing this right now. The Seconde Française from Value. You know, if it wants to show up. There we go. I think it was nominated for the GPHG. For a GPHG, not the GPHG. It wasn't nominated for the Aiguille d'Or, I don't think. Unless... we'll do 2024. So, what competed in 2024? Was this year? I mean, was this the last one? There's one where... It must be, because it's got the burner on. See, Magnus, I've been thinking about that. And I think surely it must be a disc. See, I think this isn't this year. Or the latest. Yeah, it's got, like, the Fears Topper Edition on it and stuff. Unless... is it the participant watches? Oh, where is it? This is the one, I think. Sorry, it's just this isn't like the finalists. This is all of the entrant watches. So there's a lot. There it is. It was nominated for the challenge. Now I have to scroll back down to it. Oh! Gosh. Oh, that's a nice one, isn't it? Magnus. Who designed that? Who designed the pink lemonade? Did you have anything to do with that? Yeah, so the Bulbler, what I'm wearing, was nominated for the Challenge Award, which is honestly super... To get hands-on with one that was like actually a finalist at the GPHG and have it on review is such a privilege. I feel very, very honoured. So thank you to the guys at Bobler. Again, butchering the name, but we move because I will research it before we actually record the video. I mean, Sega design, the snake is pretty cool. There are a lot of really cool things here. Okay. What's next on the list for purchasing? I will tell you. Oh, you had no design input. Okay. Well, the guys who were there before your time did a wonderful job. And I have the gimlet, which had a lot of your input, apparently. So, this brand, I've been seeing it everywhere. Everywhere. So, it's got the hour strike function that the bel canto has, but it's also got a big date, which is very, very cool. It's got this sort of guilloche dial. It won't be real guilloche, it's a faux guilloche. It's supposed to be 1,500 Swiss francs, and I've been seeing them popping up all over Instagram, but that name, what the hell is that brand name? Yeah, I never knew Lucky Harvey got nominated either, Magnus. Until I just saw it then, which made me want to speak about it. But what the hell is that brand name? What are they doing naming a watch brand Lucky Harvey? Why is Harvey lucky? Is there a video? If you guys can understand this, great. Yeah, Magnus, the only time I've seen someone have it is on Instagram. I don't think I've ever seen anyone have one in the titanium. I would say in the steel, but it's titanium because it's a timing watch, and titanium just dings better. There's some very odd nominees. For example, Out of Order, Dark Violet. Like, what? I mean, Out of Order, they make some funky watches. That's all I'm going to say on that. Oh, yeah, also, I have some tea, and I want to get your guys' opinion. So, my local football club. So this is watch brand. This is watch adjacent. Okay, I promise. So my local football club has a Rolex clock. Now it is the only Rolex clock on a football stadium in the world. Okay, which is pretty cool. So me and Terry thought, let's make a video. That would be cool. We can chat to the owner of the local jewelers who made the clock and installed it back in the 80s, put their name on it, put Rolex's name on it, and we can get a tour of the football stadium and do all of these things. Be really, really cool. But I went into my local AD yesterday, and asked if one of them would be willing to speak about it, maybe have a bit of a conversation about it. And no, her words were, her reply was, she didn't even let me finish my question. She literally just went, absolutely not. That's what she said, absolutely not. Now, she did say more than that, actually, to be fair to her. But who wants to have a guess why that was her response? Because I thought it was quite a fair thing to ask that. So yeah, have some guesses in the chat why we asked for some information. So yeah, this was a Rolex AD, a respected Rolex AD. I asked one of them to. I asked for the privilege. Yes, the privilege. I was very, very kind, very, very sort of gentle about it. I said, "Do you think Richard?" That is the name of the person who owns this AD that has been going for a long time. Do you think Richard would be willing to have a chat to us about the Rolex clock at the football stadium? She just went, absolutely not. And I was like, okay. I guess I'll go fuck myself then. Like, to be clear as well, went into Deacon's. No. Okay, that's the AD I'm talking about. I guess the secret's out. It was Deacon's. Deacon's in Swindon. I went into Pragnell's today in Stratford-upon-Avon. Some of the best service I've ever had in an AD. It was amazing. Honestly, they gave us a guided tour. It was brilliant. Absolutely lovely, 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 lovely people. But yeah, guys, I want to get your thoughts. Why they would go absolutely not to the request for a... Because I do know why that was their response. But the way it was phrased was horrific. Mark's watches. What was your experience with Deacons? I want to know. Because every AD I've been to multiple times, I have had mixed experiences each time I've gone there. One time might be amazing, the next time might be less amazing. But I went to... Yeah. Ding ding, Magnus. That is... That's pretty much what she said. And we're still going to do the video, talking about it, talking about the history and everything. But yeah, she was like, it's not officially sanctioned by Rolex. They don't want to draw attention to it. She essentially asked, or told me not to make the video, the person I was talking to, which she has no right to do, because I mentioned I'm a YouTuber, we wanted to make this video, we're proud to be from Swindon, we thought it was really cool, this is the only one in the world, blah 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 blah, and she essentially asked me not to make the video, and that there's absolutely no way any of them would speak to us about it, and then just shut me down. Really rudely. But yeah, I can see them doing that. It was okay. Every time I was pushed to buy a Bremont, that's not the best experience to have, is it? Not the best. I mean, you go in there for a specific reason, and you don't want to be pushed towards any particular thing. They can suggest something. It's like, hey, have you seen this brand? Yes, I know plenty about Bremont. Okay. Let's you've obviously made the choice not to buy one. Let's talk about something else then. Like, they can ask the question. There's nothing wrong with asking the question. But if they keep doing it, ask them to sell me a platinum Daytona in exchange for not making the video. I mean, I don't have the money for a Platinum Daytona. But otherwise, yeah. They wanted me to buy one as if they hit a target, he'd get one for free. Did he tell you that? Did he actually turn around to you and go, hey, if I hit this sales target, I get one for free? Because if he did, that's really shitty. I mean, I'll be honest. When I worked in Goldsmiths, I did push people to buy Seiko, because if I hit, well, it was a competition, and if I hit a certain amount, which I didn't know, I just had to make sure it was enough, then I would get a free Seiko. And it was a £1,400 Seiko Prospex GMT. So I did introduce a lot of people to Seiko who might not have bought one, but I wasn't telling them that, and I was also respecting their decision. When you work in a brand like that, it's just about introductions to the brand, properly like explaining it and stuff. But if someone already goes, yeah, I know about the brand, just made the choice not to buy one. I know plenty about the brand. You've got to respect that. And if they kept trying to push you that way, it's really shitty. Or maybe if something new comes in, they might go, hey, have you seen this? This is cool. These are the features. Want to try it on? And if you just go, no, I'm all right. Still not interested in the brand. They need to accept that, because otherwise it's pretty poo. Like, that's what working in an AD is. Unfortunately, you are gonna get sold stuff, or they try and sell you stuff when you go into an AD. I've been eyeing up the Volcane Cricket Tradition 39mm and the Hanhart Flyback Panda 39mm. Not sure if I should pull the trigger. Please advise. Won't be buying till November if I can save up. Let's have a look at the Hanhart. Okay. I'm sure we had a look at Hanhart on the last stream, but oh, I know Hanhart. Of course, I know them. The flyback. Right, the flyback Panda. Do you have opinions either way? Are you feeling one more than the other? Because honestly, the Heritage Flyback Panda 39mm looks really nice. Obviously, the Cricket is awesome because it's an alarm watch, of course. But flyback chronographs are always sick. And yeah, Magnus. I mean, I was in I have to say, even Pragnals that I was in today, I wanted to have a look at Cartier, and I wanted to have a look at a couple JLCs. She did keep mentioning Bulgari, but when I led the conversation elsewhere, she'd wait a bit to bring it up again. Well, yeah. And to be honest, I will expect that. Like, if they have a sales incentive on Bulgari, I'm going to accept it, or something. And it wasn't in your face. She mentioned, oh, the new Bulgari has X feature, same as this. Or it was the case that she'd go, want to try on anything else? What about this new Bulgari? And I'd be like, oh, actually, I was really hoping to try on X. So she was mentioning them, but it didn't feel pushy at all. So yeah, I can see it happening quite a bit with Bulgari. And I forgot to actually put this on the screen. There's a lot of red. Why is there so much red? Seems funky. Yeah, Bulgari must be yeah, agreed. I think it must be the same with a lot of brands. For example, JLC or Breguet. Imagine someone walks in off the street trying to sell them a Breguet or a Blanc Pan or one of those brands that's like 10 grand, but is significantly cheaper on the grey market. Maybe not to that extreme, 25 to 50%, but is significantly cheaper. It must be, unless someone walks in who is a watch enthusiast and they know what they want, or unless it's just someone with lots of money and they're a regular customer, it must be really hard introducing walk-ins to these brands. But I guess if it's just a walk-in, then they won't know they can get it cheaper, and you can sort of just... Yeah, that's the AD way. Don't give them all the information, because then you'll regret it and you won't get their money. That's from someone who's worked in numerous ADs. It's you do have to strategically not include certain pieces of information, honestly, because otherwise it's it can work against you in a very big way. Hello, Declan. How are you? That's on the internet forever now. Excellent. How are you, Deckers? Yeah, Chris, to go back to your question, I think if it were me, I would probably go for the cricket. Mate, if you're working nights, why are you currently talking to me? Yeah, honestly, Chris, if it were me, I would go for the cricket. But because it's just so cool. Like, the heritage is mental. And look at that. I mean, this is the real presidential watch, isn't it? More presidents have worn this than the Day-Day. Surely. Ah, yes. Surely. I mean, look at that. Look at that movement. It's very nice. Titanium. What colour are you thinking, Chris? $36 would be really cool. Oh, that's 39 still. Let's look over 36. Hey, how's it going? Affity. Yeah. How's it going? Oh, it's a hard decision. What's the case back like on this? Let's have a look. Unfortunately, the case back thing sells me the cricket. The cricket's just more unique as well. I do really like this, but if it were me, and my opinion really does not matter, Chris, I'll be honest, because also this is like the cricket is a lot more money. Like I would get the cricket if you can afford it. Otherwise, you are not gonna go wrong with the Hanhart. But yeah, that's my honest opinion. Oh, and the sapphire case back costs an extra. Are you shitting me? Are you actually shitting me? The sapphire case back costs an extra £300, £350. Ooh, that changes it. This is more than double. I don't know. You're watching my brain work in slow-mo here. My brain is not very good at processing things. Thomas Burnett, George in the house. George is in the house. George is doing a live stream. How amazing is that? Oh, it's an extra £300 for the for an alligator strap. It's an extra £300. So don't be getting the alligator, because that seems silly. What's the lug width? You gonna give me some info? It's 18mm. Chris, what are you feeling more? Because obviously, it being Steve McQueen's watch is super cool, but Vulcain, though. Lots of presidents have worn that. That's the Vulcain's. The Vulcain's it's a legend in its own right. How many watches do I have on my side at the moment? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 watches on my desk right now, just laying about. That seems absurd. I own an old Alwyn watch. The company went out of business in 1995, but it seems good. Let's have a look. So is it like one of these? A fiddy. Oh, what's occurring right now? Okay. Is it one of these? Anything like one of these? These are quite cool. They're quite retro. They're quite stylish. Yeah. And the one I'm wearing is actually under embargo right now, so I really should not be wearing it. It's pure silver. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, the one I'm wearing is currently under embargo, so I just remembered that it's under embargo, so good job me. That can go there. Take that off. Put it out of view of the camera. Oopsie poopsie. What about... Yeah, so I'll be putting this one back on. Actually, it's pure silver. It's a bracelet one. Does it have a solid silver bracelet as well? Ooh, let me have a look at this, Thomas. This looks like a juicy pit. Oh, that's not what I wanted to go on. This looks like a juice. Yes. No. Take me there. So is it this one? That is very nice. I love the counterbalance on the second hand. That is beautiful. And the blue on this one specifically. Bart's one, okay. So Bart's one is like this coppery colour. They call it vibrant salmon. It's more a copper colour than that, okay. You can't just give it that colour or anything in that realm and call it salmon. That's a copper. And Tim's one, silver toned across the entirety of the dial. I love the texture on the centre section of the dial. That is beautiful. The case. So it takes inspiration from the Groenfeld. Okay, yeah, makes sense. So is this a sub-brand of... Oh, you even said it's Groenfeld's sub-brand. I am an absolute spasmo. So it's an SW210. You know, I think I like the copper more. And I refuse to call that salmon. It's copper. I'm sorry. That is gorgeous. How much is it? So it's essentially a budget Groenfeld. That's the concept of it. It's really nice. I'm not fucking surprised it's sold out, excluding VAT, tariffs, and shipping. So this is going to be actually 2.5 grand. Well, bit less once you take into account exchange. Probably about 2.5 grand. It's lovely though. 2,150 euros, but that's not including. So I'm in Britain, so everything gets like what, 20% whacked on top for VAT. And VAT is also not going to be calculated on checkout either, because we're not in the EU. So I'm just trying to figure out how much this would be in the UK. Money. That's how much. That's what it would cost. Money. You're welcome. Thought I'd let you know. 150 pieces per variant is not that much. 300 pieces total. Right, what else was... Yeah, so we talked about the Railmaster. That's quite cool. This was very nice. What do we all think of this? The new Polar White Legend Diver. Yes, yeah, about 2.5 grand then. I think that's what I said. I said 2.5 grand, didn't I? I'm sticking to... Yes, I said 2.5 grand. I was right. Well done, me. Woohoo. But yeah, this looks very nice. You think it has to be the Vulcane? To be honest, if that is the watch that your heart's leaning towards, then yeah, even if it's more money, I think you'd regret not getting it and you'd probably just end up buying it anyway. So yeah. Follow your heart, Chris. Follow your heart. Oh gosh, my back. Sorry, I'm old, and my chair is super like squeaky. This though is so nice. So this actually solves one of my biggest issues with the previous version of the Legend Diver. So obviously this is the previous. Well, I say the previous. This is the current, but one of the other colours. And I don't know. The loom just makes it. These loom pips next to the 9 and 3 just make it look a bit like it says 91 and 13. And I don't know. It just really bothers me. It's just a weird. It's just a weird layout. Okay. It's just weird. Hey James, how's it going? James Blonde in the house. So yeah. The 91 and the 13 here and here just weird me out about this watch in this colour. But this new version solves that problem. It solves it. It does look a lot better without the date. And also this white version is now by far my favourite version of the Legend Diver. I mean, I like the Legend Diver, but I was just saying that, yeah, it's got an issue where it looks like it says 91 and 13, and it's just a weird placement. Now it's better. it looks better with the loom blending in more with the dial and all the other elements being black. It just looks better. What do you guys think? I'm not so sure about the slightly butt pluggy hour hand. It's just a bit short. The hour hand's just a bit short. I mean, what is it still short? Yeah, it's still short on that. I'd never noticed that until just then. It's a little bit short. It's a little bit stubby. It looks like you shove it up and it out. Am I wrong? Not sure about the white. I like the white. Black on white. 3.8. I mean, surely that's the same as the other version of the Legend Diver. Blocking the X with my ring light. 3.8. Yeah, it's probably about 3.8. The new Polar Legend Diver is cool. I got a leak from a friend that Longines are bringing out a round edition of the Ultra Chron, a Spirit Zulu with a gold bezel and a gold rotor, and a Spirit by Compax. Very cool if true. I will look forward to seeing that. Honestly, that sounds sick. Yeah. Sounds very, very cool. The Ultra Chron is an underrated watch. I am excited to see that. Would be really cool to see the Ultra Chron come back in a watch that's just a little bit less Ultra Chron-y. Is that oh, a subscriber. Shomit Gangali. I think that's how I pronounce it. Thank you for subscribing. What a legend. I butchered that pronunciation. Let's look past it. What else has been occurring in Watchland? There was the new, and yes, I am using Hodinkee. Again, let's look past it. Gerard Pergo. Oh, hello, Bryn. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. Also, we need to have a talk about what I'm wearing, because I think, well, we just do. What's new? Okay, where's the... Gosh, excuse me, tired. Where's the information? There we go. The Gerard Perregaux and Bamford thing. Oh, and I want to talk about that as well. What do we all think of this? That is such a funky watch. That is so funky. I mean, it's bringing funky back. It knows the... Oh, gosh. It knows the funk. I clashed with Doctor Who this evening. Oh, no. I did not realise. I'm very, very sorry. I do really like this. It's just fun. So it's like Space Race era diver, apparently. So yeah, super compressor design language. It's obviously... Oh, I haven't got to price yet. Let's wait. Let's wait. It's a nice size at 40.3 millimeters. Or 40.3 by 38. Yeah, Bryn, I think you're the only person I know of that watches Doctor Who still. I don't have an issue with it, but it just doesn't have a great viewership anymore, from what I know. Fuck. That's 15 grand. I mean, Power Reserve 46 hours. Oh, excuse me. Apologies. 46-hour Power Reserve is not amazing. You're not old. You're not old and sad. Doctor Who is phenomenal. Was phenomenal. Is phenomenal. I don't know. I haven't watched it in ages. Doctor Who used to be one of my favourite things to watch. I just sort of fell out of love with it, honestly. During the Peter Capaldi era. Yeah. During old PT. Chris Chibnall. Sup, boy? What you doing? Ooh, Smilax. Hello. We are looking at the new Gerard Perregaux X Bamford watch. So yeah, they're not making many. 350 pieces in total. It'll be available. It's exclusive availability to watch in Switzerland in the United States for the first month, from May 14th to June 14th. Your Doctor Who was John Pertwee. My Doctor was David Tennant. I watched religiously for Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, and Matt Smith. I know some people fell off during Matt Smith as well, but I also watched religiously during Matt Smith. I watched religiously for the first season of Peter Capaldi, and then I just sort of sort of fell off. Yeah, this is mad. It's very cool. 200-meter water resistance. I mean, that's decent. Just very, 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 very expensive. Chronometer certified? No. Okay. For $15,000, I know it's not going to be a super inaccurate watch, but I do wonder what they're rating the accuracy at for $15,000 if it's not chronometer certified. And I know a lot of luxury brands aren't, like, they don't need to chronometer certify their watches. Like, they just don't. And Gerard Perregaux does come under that umbrella, but it does make me wonder what the accuracy of a watch like this is, given its sort of dive credentials. And it's, you know, I do wonder. Does anyone have any information on... Yeah, on a strap. Not even on a bracelet. Not even on a bracelet. That is a fucking good point. Yeah. Not even on a bracelet. Not really good enough. In terms of spec. Love it. But it's a little bit much. I love Gerard Perregaux, but when you can get a beautiful, like, sage green Laureato with a bracelet, beautifully polished, beautifully finished, for less than this, brand new, you're paying a very large tax on this because it's limited. Like, let's look. Gerard Perregaux. Gerard Perregaux, the maker of some wonderfully underappreciated watches. Not keen on that. That's a new thing as well. The absolute Aston Martin F1 edition. I mean, I think it looks absolutely horrible. I know a lot of people will disagree with me. It's just not for me. And that's okay. We look past it. But this This. Hot damn. This is $200 less. This is $200 less than the watch we were just looking at. Can you please explain to me how that is justified? Fairly similar RS for $1,500. Yeah. Or £1,500, sorry, Thomas. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Not really much else I can say. The power reserve isn't quite as... Well, it's 8 hours less. Not exactly world-breaking for $13,500 less. Or I don't know, probably 12,000 once you take into account stuff. It's half the water resistance. Boo-hoo. And it's a similar size. Yeah. Never buy a car collab. New Breitling Bentley still on Joma for 20% retail. Oh, okay. Let's have a look at that, shall we? I don't want a discount. I'm not buying anything, you spaz. There's that one. Which one is it? I mean, there's that one. Oh my gosh, that's a big discount. I'm looking for one that's 80% off. That's absurd. 80%. If you can find it, James, please send it to me, because that is absolutely wild. If true. Oh, I believe you, but I just want to see. I just want to see. I mean, most of them are an absurd amount off. It's honestly hilarious. The Breitling for Bentley watches have always been fucking hideous. You are absolutely right about car collab watches. Watch brands collabing, it's pretty cool. Very rarely is it that there is a watch brand that collabs with something that isn't a watch brand, and it ends with something nice. I mean, look at this. Why? Who designed that? And what prison camp can we throw them in? I'm joking. But, in all seriousness, I don't like the watch. I mean, wait. So this is 72% off retail. $42-hour power reserve. Oh, at least it's chronometer rated, my guys. Yeah, not keen. Not very keen. I will be entirely honest. Oh, James has sent me a watch. £4,200. It's just blingy and Tom Hudson says Brightening for Bentley is the watch that got him into watches. But look at this. Look. It's awful. They just went, alright, what design, what do we want on this? What features do we want? And they just went, yeah. Go on then. Have it. More. Yeah, not the best. But the Laureato, this is a gorgeous watch. This is one of my favourite watches from the past. Well, one of my favourite watches from the past couple of years. Look at that beautiful Clou de Paris pattern. See, the thing is, Brim, Breitling is the brand that also got me into watches. Same as it's Breitling for Bentley that got Tom into watches. But I feel like Breitling is very underappreciated by watch people. Rightly or wrongly, don't really have an opinion. But they do definitely have mass market appeal. But they do also make some goppingly awful, or have previously made some goppingly awful shit. Let's be honest. Yeah, it was the design of the time. Styles do absolutely change. Bigger watches used to be seen as better, cooler, more fashionable. It's not the case anymore, and Breitling has had to adapt with that. But yeah, sorry, I'm just looking at this now. I love it. I can feel my face when I'm with you. But I love it. But I love it. Look at that. I mean, I know this is a 3D model, but that's really cool. The fact that they've even got it running on the 3D model. Zoom, zoom, zoom. I wish I could 3D model this well. What's the texture on the Clou de Paris? It's a bit textured. The Six Nations chronos were actually quite cool. I'll be honest. Hey, do you guys want to see the watch Terry wants to buy? Actually, no, I really shouldn't show you. We'll wait. I won't show you. There is this though. Who saw this? Which complication does it have? Haha. Yes. Which complication do you want? Haha. Yes. I mean, they've even put the Geneva seal on the front. That's confidence. Geneva seal on the front of the watch. That's a swaggy ass move from Vacheron here. It's a perpetual calendar because you can see it's got the leap year complication. I say the leap year complication, the leap year tracking, so you don't have to change it on a leap year. That's very, very cool. Yeah. It's also, what's this lever here, guys? What does this do? Give it a little push, pull, fiddle, and this watch will ding at you. It's also got a tourbillon. So it's a perpetual calendar. Is it a grand sonnery? Oh, trying to find it. Here's a minute repeater. I don't know the different names in other languages. So it's a minute repeater, perpetual calendar, tourbillon. And look at that movement. Hot diggity dog. Hot diggity damn. The whole thing's in titanium. 602 components. Why isn't it chronometer certified? I'm joking. Not really an important thing when you're making a watch like this. Only 30 meters water resistant. Why can I not take my chiming tourbillon perpetual calendar diving? This watch is useless. If I can't take my grand complication Vacheron Constantine overseas diving, this watch is useless. Only 30 meters. I am, of course, joking. That is one of the prettiest watches I have seen in a while. That is lovely. Should we go see if we can find out how much it how much it costs? Let's see, shall we? See if we're able to. It's gonna be price on request, but let's humor me. That's not the one. It's such an absurdly low chance it's gonna have a price on here. Where are ya? Is it even going to be on here? Is it too new? Dun dun dun. Collection overseas. Let's see if it's. Did I just miss it? Is that the issue? See, that's not it. That's not got a minute repeater. It's not on there. Yeah, so we don't know how much it will cost. My guess is, think of a number. Any number. Okay, let's have a look at the IWC GST. Let's have a look. What can this dive to? Which would you rather choose? One great everyday watch and a grail for weekends, or a complete collection with different watch every day across different price ranges? What price ranges? What do the price ranges encompass? Because, and when you say different watch every day, do you mean I literally can't wear a watch I've worn before? So I have to change watches every single day? Or do you just mean I get, like, I have a much larger range? Because at the moment, I'm sort of leaning towards the great everyday watch and a grail for weekends. That's a tricky one, though. I'd probably choose a... Because the only reason I say the great everyday watch with 20k budget. I'd go the great everyday watch with the grail on weekends, honestly. Because 2 watch collection... I could do that. A great 2-watch collection for like 20 grand. Yeah, I would rail that challenge. I'll tell you how I do it. I would go the new. I would either go the watch I'd always go for is the 36mm Rolex Explorer 1. So that's 6,400 off of my amount. And then I'd also add in either the Cartier Tank Louis rose gold automatic, the new one that was unveiled at Watches and Wonders, or the JLC Reverso Tribute duo face. I like the duo face. There's 2 incredible watches, and the JLC's on my mind because I tried that on today. Now, Chris has a question. He did ask it before, but I want to get to it. What ridiculous things have I done as a watch geek? Mine is watch spotting, even when I'm watching TV. Yeah, watch spotting. Watch spotting is something I always do, whether I'm in public, whether I'm watching TV, movies, I'm at work, like my day job, anything. For example, when I first started my job, someone opened the door to me and I just immediately went, nice watch. Because he was wearing a Daytona. I was at an event, a menu tasting last week, and one of the guys who was working, or the owner of the restaurant, was wearing a full white gold Rolex Submariner with the blue bezel. So I immediately just went, nice watch. It was instinct. Automatic. Absolutely bizarre how I just noticed these things straight away. Really strange. Sorry, I need some beer. Ah. Yeah. Funny. It's a funny old world. I don't know what the most ridiculous thing I've done is. I did drive an hour and a half today. Admittedly with my dad drove. Did go an hour and a half today just to go to Pragnell's and have a look and stuff. And to sort of, spend time in Stratford upon Avon because it's lovely. But yeah. That was quite a bizarre thing for me to do. Can't really question that. But yeah, watch spotting is very much a disease. Just can't stop it. Oh yeah, actually, to be honest, Thomas makes a great point. The most insane watch thing I've done in this hobby is start the channel to talk about watches. That's the most insane thing I've done. And honestly, Bryn, that's fair enough. Yeah, honestly, that's fair enough, Bryn. If you spotted one and someone was like, oh, no, it's fake, I can't blame you for not wanting to mention it in future. I just like saying to people, hey, that's nice. Good job. And I lack shame. We have a question. Could you suggest $1,000 budget watch? So a watch under $1,000. Now, my question is, I certainly can suggest watches for that budget, but what do you want the watch to do? Sorry, bear with me. It just seems very misty in that corner of the camera. What do you want the watch to do? Do you want the watch to be like a go anywhere, do anything? Are you after a chronograph, or are you after a diver? What are you looking for? Because that's a big thing. If you're looking for a great go anywhere, do anything diver, or not diver, but great go anywhere, do anything watch. To be honest, I think at sort of under or around that price, I really do think the Christopher Ward Sealander is one of the best. Just super versatile watches at that price. It's excellent. Or maybe even the like Bowcroft Element. There's some excellent watches. What's the best price you've come across in a Submariner that is good in a good shape too? Oh, I don't know. Well, since I've got it up, let's have a look, shall we? Did not cover that. Toledano. No, did not cover that. Oh, yeah, that's what it's called. No, haven't talked about it at all on the channel, but it is beautiful. Let's get it up. Honestly, I'd seen it. It never sunk in what the hell it's called, though. Obviously, I saw it a lot covered at the Time and Tide studio. That glass is just so cool, and I'm not surprised it sold out in 8 minutes. What were the specs? Honestly, pretty nice specs. I mean, not amazing specs for the price, but given the design and everything, I think it is well justified. Service dial subs. So Chrono 24. I mean, yeah. Here's a sub. 5.9. I mean, the shape does definitely look ropey. It's got chips on the bezel. Not sure what's going on there. Bracelet is obviously scratched. A little bit loose as well. You can see there's a gap there. Oh, it's okay. It's just that. Have a look at Ambani's. Oh, he's a member of the Ambani family. I'll be entirely honest. I have no interest in the Ambani family. If that's the family I'm thinking of that held like a 3-month wedding, just to celebrate how rich and knobbish they are, I'm like, no, that's a turn off. They got celebrities to come just by paying them and stuff. Not my game. It's just extravagant, opulent, over-the-top wealth, rubbing it in people's faces in a country that has unbelievable poverty. So if that's the family I'm thinking of, they can all go fuck themselves. Because there's nothing wrong with being rich, but when you do really stupid shit like having a 3-month wedding and spending hundreds of millions of dollars, when you could have helped a lot of people with that, you can really go fuck yourself. So yeah, that's my take on the Ambani family. I'll be entirely honest. No doubt he's got an excellent watch collection though. So yeah. It's his, at the end of the day, it's his money, he can do what he likes. But don't agree. This looks like it's good condition. I think the sub BS is hilarious. Buy the cheapest and wear it like a Camry. Honestly, yeah, that's what the sub's for. That's really that is a good way of using the sub, because at the end of the day, a Rolex was originally made as a tool watch. Seems funny to say, right? A Rolex was made as a tool watch to be banged around to survive. It looks like a ceramic bezel. 7.6 for... yeah, that's not a bad price. I don't know. In all honesty, I am not really the person to talk to or ask. Yeah, it's a ceramic bezel. I am not the person to talk to or ask about pre-owned watches. I don't know enough about the segment. I will openly admit that. I will give my 2 cents, but I am just saying, do not take advice from me. Don't do it. I might make a YouTube video now and then about the about how stuff's doing. Is it just me, or does that text look a bit funny? Hey, Majed AF, it's absolutely fine. You're very welcome. Obviously, I mean, it was a good question. I'd gladly have a look. Presumably, it's a black bezel steel sub. Aren't I an expert? Right. Ugh. No. No, I'm not. Look. Look. James. James. Do you need more? Do you need more proof? James. Oh, shit. Not an expert. So, yeah, so I actually have stuff that is available now. It was a good segue. Thank you for that. So yeah, the merch is, but I've got certificates. I have a couple certificates. I have a certificate from Breitling and the pin badge from Breitling to say I was at one point an expert on them. Definitely not anymore. I forgot that because I've poof, that left my head. Poof. Yeah, that did not stay. I have a certificate from Tudor to say that I was an expert on the 2023 collection. But it's now 2025, so I'm out of date. Lovely. And this is my latest certificate. Don't know if you guys can read that. It's from the fire service. I got an award from the Dorset and Wiltshire Fire and Rescue Service. So that's quite cool. It's for doing things for them, with them, to them. So yeah, good job me. There's that. So yeah, yeah. Honestly, the merch is actually looking really, really cool. I've been wearing this t-shirt all day. I have discontinued a few things that I thought would be really cool because they just haven't really worked out. So at the moment, I'm just going to keep it to like these 6 things. Maybe start working on some new designs. But yeah. Oh no, it's not even just these 6 things. What am I on about? These 10. So this hat. So yeah. What do you guys think of the designs? Be honest. Give me honest feedback. I'm interested. I'm really excited to order. So when I get paid, I'm going to order even more samples. Going to order this in the green because I think that looks sick. Actually, no, I might order it in the black. Okay, unbelievable poverty in India is off the mark. Okay, it might be off the mark, but okay, what? %15 of the population lives below the poverty line. I'm sorry, but I am going to condemn giant. There's one thing, enjoying your wealth. It's entirely another thing, having giant, opulent, world-breaking displays of extravagant opulence, like the Ambani wedding. When 6.3% of your population live in extreme poverty. Now, if we talk about 6.3% of what, 1.2 billion people, that's a lot of people. So, yeah. Yeah, that's 72 million people that live in extreme poverty. So we might do a lot, but it's not a great look when you're having giant, world-breaking displays of your wealth. Now, when is this article from? Oh, 60% of India's nearly 1.3 billion people live on less than $1 or $3.10 a day. The World Bank's median poverty line. And 21% live on less than that, or 250 million people live on less than $2 a day. Yeah, cool. Excellent. Thanks for weighing in. Back to the watches. What else is new? Sorry, I was just trying to find something. I want to check out True North Watch X Wind collab interesting colour. Let's have a look, shall we? Was it this one? Was it this one, Edwin? I'm interested. Tell me. Let me know. Honestly, that is super cool. Like, the colours are madness. Yeah, the colours are mad. I honestly don't know what else I can say about that. The blue, the red, the yellow, the green. This looks like a watch. This looks like how I would have coloured a watch in primary school, which is just so funny. But I like it. This looks like... This genuinely looks like how I would colour a watch when I was in primary school. And that is not a negative. I really like it. What was the... Oh, movement. It's a mecha quartz. I'm not going to hold that against it. It was 250 pieces. How much was it? How much was it? I want to know. I want to know what love is. Very Zenith Rainbow. $390. That's exceptional. That is very, very good. I'm just thinking about it now. Sorry, my brain is also entirely elsewhere. I'll be honest. My brain's not here at the moment. Apologies, guys. I've still got India on the mind. VK64. Was it? VK63. What's the difference, James, between the VK64 and the VK63? Tell me. I'm interested. Guys, I'll be entirely honest. I'm not really feeling this right now. Probably do another stream next week. It's a 3-day weekend, which is lovely. But I'm probably going to sign off. I'm going to see if... I'm going to stream with a bit more notice next time as well, because this has been... honestly, I'm just exhausted. I spent the first half of the stream just straight yawning. I hope it's not a 24-hour dial at 6. Looks like one at 3. Looks like one at 3, unfortunately. From what you said. But, yeah. Right, thanks, Edwin. Peace to you. And, yeah. Peace, guys. Yeah. Don't forget to upvote the stream. Thanks for reminding me to say that, James. Very, very nice of you. But yeah, peace, guys, and see you all later. We've got another video coming out Monday.